Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone is having a terrific Thursday. Oh my goodness, y'all. Spring break is going by quickly. Okay, I'm like, what in the world? It is already Thursday, but I am happy that this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It is a beautiful day. And here in Texas, the weather just does not know what it wants to do. One minute we were in spring weather, now we done went backwards to winter. Okay. I'm like, what in the world? But y'all, this morning, I hope y'all ready for this because this thing done got a little messy. Okay. Baby, last night I was doing some research and I said, hold up. Now, I haven't seen like little mess like this in a minute. What is happening with all of this going on with Jess Hilarious and Loren Lorosa? Oh my gosh, from the Breakfast Club. So we're gonna get into it. Let's see who we have here so far. Make sure y'all hit the like button and let everyone know we are live. Okay, it's gonna be a good one. Hi Rebecca, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Hey Beverly, good morning. Thank you for joining today. Good morning, Felicia. Thank you for joining on today. My sis Shelly Shells is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. All right, 2 mornings in a row. Okay. Alicia said Houston weather is cuckoo bipolar for sure. Yes. Oh my goodness. I just didn't know it was going to go this way. Okay. But yes, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. Make sure you hit the like. Let everyone know that we are live. Now yesterday, well, was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday, the day before. I told y'all, did I not say, when Jess started telling Shaq's business, I was like, you know what? This not gonna work out good for Shorty. I just had a feeling, okay, that something was about to pop off. Yes, thank you, Felicia. Y'all hit the like button. And although it's not truly connected to Shaq and all of that, I believe that sometimes some things will play a factor in certain decisions being made. Hey, Dreamy Girl, thank you for joining, sis. Um, she talks too much. Okay, I'ma just put it out there. Okay, let's start there. Jess Hilarious talks too much. Okay, she ran her mouth telling Shaq's business. Hey, Shelly, the other Shelly is in the building. Thank you for joining again, sis. She put too much of her people's business out there, and in this particular situation that we're going to talk about on today, she definitely put too much of her work business out there in social media land. Okay, because now this is starting to get a little messy, baby. When I tell you last night, I was going into a whole rabbit hole myself looking into this because I was like many of you all. I didn't really know a lot about the situation. I know when we were talking about the Shaq situation yesterday, some of y'all were giving me some little tea in the comments. And so I said, well, let me look a little more into this. And the more I looked into it, I said, well, this has gotten messy. Okay. Shelly said they don't want her on the show now telling everything. I know, girl. But I kind of figured that something was going to go on. But it seems like it goes back, okay, to when she was on maternity leave. Some of the other stuff that was taking place after with her telling all of the business about Shaq, I think that's a factor that will add into that. But I was like, this here is crazy. Now, I did a poll, y'all, last night, and I was asking, who do you think is right in the Jess versus Loren situation? Well, there were 31 votes so far. Y'all, this is funny though. 48% said they don't know about the situation. Okay, y'all were like me. We're like, baby, what's going on? Okay, until last night, I didn't know about the situation. But out of Jess and Loren, more people are siding with Jess. Okay, 45% said Jess, 6% has said Loren. Okay, and so we're gonna see where this goes today because y'all, oh my goodness, it's about to get ugly. Dreamy Girl says Shelly it was a setup. Okay, so Dreamy Girl feels that it was a setup. They want her gone, but they want to make it look like she is the problem. Okay, okay. Felicia said, yes, I think it started during her time on leave. Yes, I think it goes back to that, but other things are going to be put out there that have transpired since that to make it look like an okay decision. Okay. I heard iHeart. Okay, iHeart got mad because she got pregnant or was pregnant and did not tell them. Oh, because when you show up for your interview, baby, oh my goodness. Yeah, some jobs feel a certain type of way, especially in the teaching world too, because like when you miss a lot of time, especially at the beginning of a school year, like it can put the kids behind and things like that. But people can't control when they get pregnant and things of that sort. Um, so yeah, I think that there was some things going on there. Yes, Jess is right, but it's a business. Right, it's a business. So what I want to do, y'all, is show a little bit of her crash out. They call it the crash out. Okay, when she came to public media, social media, and started telling the business, kind of going off on what happened. Okay, what has gotten this started, and I wanted to show it from her mouth, her perspective first, as far as what took place. And then shout out to Lovely T for capturing that moment when Jess went live. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Hi, Lil Wise. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
She do? She does this shit. Okay? She shows up. She has a background in journalism. I don't, but that's not why I was hired. I was hired to do Just with the Mess. I was hired to carry that third seat.
Now, Loren does have a journalism background. She has also worked for TMZ. While Jess was out of maternity leave, Loren was her replacement, okay, to do her segment. Now, we're going to get into it because some people said don't choose anybody that's more well qualified or better than you to be your replacement. That's some people's opinion. And I've already told y'all, I do not, this is my own opinion. I do not feel that Jess is funny at all. Okay. When she was on Wild and Out with Nick Cannon, I already told y'all I did not like her on there. I did not watch Breakfast Club with her too much on there. I was shocked when I saw that she was a co-host because I was like, she's not funny. But hey, to each his own. That's who got selected for the position.
And I was doing that just great. But then I got pregnant
Hi,
by my fiance. Yeah, I did.
Good morning.
Wouldn't regret it. Never would. I fuck around and have another one. Stop playing with me, okay? So I picked her.
You all right, picked her.
It's proof of that too. When I got back,
she picked her. I want y'all to take notes because we got to go by facts, okay? Some people are putting a lot of stuff out here. I see it is some of our opinions and commentary, but y'all, we got to go with the facts, okay? So make sure you clock that. Jess picked Loren, okay, to be that replacement.
She never left. I constantly was asking about, and when I say I called Charlemagne, I called our program director, I called the boss, I'm asking, all right, what's going on? Where's she? Why is she not leaving? What's up? Why is she still on air? I was told that she was going to be the producer. She was going to be hired as a producer. Okay. Producers aren't on air though. So what's going on? Because we have a lot of producers up there already. They're not on air. What's going on? I've called and I've asked
Hi,
many
Brittany.
times. That's what I got told. She's producer. Oh, okay, cool. So I ain't asked no more. She's only on my segment. So I'm like, all right, I'm putting shit together. Cause that's what I do. I put shit together.
Now let me say this. I'm with Jess. I gotta be with you when you're right. Okay. Now I'm with Jess on that part. Okay. Don't try to play in my face though. All right. If y'all know that I'm back and she was only there until I was gone, but sis ain't left and she's still sitting in. Okay, yes, Dreamy Girl, she is, in my opinion, also. Um, then I would be like, what's up with that? You know, why is she still here? Y'all, yesterday I put I was trying to find the clip. Hey, Southern Beach Charm. Thank you for joining, sis. And baby, and this is the part on what's love got to do with it. Y'all know when Lorraine tried to, commit in the bathroom, and the ambulance came, and y'all know Tina was still there. And I said, y'all, when Jess was saying this part, all I could think about was Lorraine. Why is she still here, Ike? Why is she still here? That's all I can think about. Jess is asking, why is Loren still here? Okay, she was supposed to be a producer, but she's still sitting in on my segments. What is happening? So, yes, don't play on my top like that. Okay, so I agree with her on that part. You need to let me know if this girl is about to be a fourth co-host or is she trying to take over my spot, because I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your job well done, but I am back. So I do agree with her. It would have looked a certain type of way. Okay, Shelly said, I agree with Jess on that. They should have been straight up with her. Exactly. Okay, Shelly still right. Why she's still there though? They play games with shaking things up. Yes, dreamy girl. People do. And this takes place, y'all, in real life in companies. Okay. They will try to play in your face. Why are you bringing this to the internet? That part too. Okay. Because I got to say that too. Southern be like, sis, Jess, girl, have a round table discussion. Okay. I don't think I would have put this out here because it looks like really, really messy on her end. I get it. She's trying to explain some things, but I wouldn't have known about it. Y'all wouldn't have known about it had she not brought this out. Maybe get HR involved, get you a lawyer, or I don't know if y'all got union people or what, but have them sit with y'all. If they don't want to tell you what's going on, baby, it's ways for companies to tell you what's going on. You have a contract, okay? And I'm pretty sure she has some type of lawyer. So, baby, let's have the conversation. I need someone to tell me what's going on. But bringing it to social media like this, yeah, it's not looking good. Okay. And so that puts an extra target and gives them more, if they are trying to get rid of her, more ammunition. We already know about the Shaq thing. They tried to shut her up about that. I told y'all. When she spoke up about that Shaq situation, telling that man's business on air, what did I say? I said, girl, you don't want to do it. Did you not hear what happened with Tiffany Haddish? Girl, your boy will be blacklisted. Okay, so this is not helping her case whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying that Shaq got anything to do with this, but people pay attention to certain things that you do. Now, here you are bringing it to social media. Okay, it's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good look. Alicia said that's how it is, even in the corporate world. Exactly. I'm telling you. Southern B, that was my thought. So unprofessional, right? Dreamy, I don't listen, but if she's from TMZ with the journalist background, then it sounds about right. Okay, and I will say also this too with that. Yeah, I do think, and Corey Holcomb is going to kind of, was it Corey? Y'all, I didn't listen to so many people because like I told y'all, I done went down this whole rabbit hole. Okay, like somebody said, Sometimes you need a mixture of both. Just because Loren has the background, journalist background, does she have the sense of humor? So it's like you do need a combination of both. Would it be a better idea to have both, to balance each other out? But why is it? I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out here. I know, hopefully it doesn't offend some of us, but why is it always the women, especially black women, y'all? Well, we can't seem like we can't reside in the same space because we getting intimidated by another one, or this person is this and she trying to take over. Do y'all know we would get further ahead if we collaborate? Like if they would have gotten together and said, okay, girl, now they still got you here. I've been doing this and this my little segment. Like I like how you do XYZ. So could I, what do y'all think about I do this part, she does this, like to see how it would work and be better for the team. But sometimes, and I do, and y'all will hear some things that Jess says in this, it does sound like a little intimidation. And I get it. Yes, that can look intimidating. This girl has this background and so forth. But we got to focus on our own strengths and not compare ourselves to others. What are the things that we bring to the table? The men, they on there together. We don't hear the men arguing, going back and forth. Like it's usually women, and I'll just say women, period. Probably doesn't even matter about the race. Can we reside without being so, going at each other? I agree, just be honest, don't blindside me. Exactly, Felicia. Just as being very unprofessional. I agree. Don't take this to the internet. Yes. Let's see. Southern Beef, from my understanding, Charlamagne and Envy made them talk on air about it. That's where it gets shady. They want her to get hostile and lose it. Well, I think, it's like the elephant in the room, Dreaming. She had already brought it to social media. So I think that they wanted to kind of put out the fire and talk about it on air. I don't think that they started the on air and in the public thing. That was started by Jess. So let's clarify. Since it's already out here, let's get this together. Okay, let's clarify some things. Let's squash it. I think it was more so from that angle, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but they didn't bring it out here. She did. Okay, keep it professional. Yes, they fired her without fire. Okay. Okay, they just replaced her with someone else. Now she still got a job. This is a management issue. None of her coworkers are owners or in management displays fake anger. Okay. Jess was never a good fit. They know that. Yes, I didn't think she was. It's just my opinion. Nothing personal against her, but she's just not funny to me, and I didn't see her as a good fit in that capacity. Always feel threatened in competition. Yes. Yes. Okay. With the big yes. Have it with them. Yes, together they could have been powerful. Right. Okay. Black women getting the boot everywhere. Right. Hi, April. Good morning. Y'all had gotten behind in the chat. Oh, yes, they do. OB, yes, they do. I work with majority of men. Hello. And I'm gonna be honest. Baby, every male boss that I have had, I have not had any problems. It was the females. It's just something. I mean, hey, it's something about working with the female bosses that have just been a different experience. Okay. Yes, Brittany, that's what we getting into it. I just started. Jess is letting social talk her out of her job. Yes, Southern Beat. Yep. Because people will come into them comments and plant a seed. So Jess, how come Loren's still there? Okay, I thought you was back, girl. What's going on? They trying to replace you. And people start paying attention to those comments. She shouldn't have done that, in my opinion. However, it seems like she got upset comments, and that's what triggered this. Yes. Thank you, Shelly Shells, for becoming a new member. You are already family, but now you are a member. Shout out, sis. Thank you so much. I didn't see it either. Okay, got it. So let's continue.
All right, here we go. So Shorty must about to be on the show. That's exactly what I put in my fucking head. Before anybody decided to come and tell me again. So I did another round of asking. All right, what are we doing? All right, well, we've always, this is the boss. we've always considered having a fourth seat. But when the fuck was y'all gonna tell me that? When was your, and this is months after I came back. This was like 2 months after I came back from maternity leave. We've always, ever since Angela Yee left, we said that we would consider having 4 seats. So why, when me and Claudia Jordan did the guest co-hosting, or me and Kendra G did the guest co-hosting, did everybody say, oh, it ain't gonna work with 4 people? Why, right? Why was that ever even said? Why wasn't that something that was presented at the jump, like from jump, at the top of the shit? That's what I want to know, right? But I'm still playing. I'm still here. Mind you, I'm not playing the game. I'm just still here with it because I'm in this. This is a fucking contract. This ain't no part-time little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's over talking me. Loren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times.
Okay, now, here it goes on this part. Now you had this conversation with Loren. Now it's starting to become like a personal thing, in my opinion, um, of some things that Loren did. And if you had that conversation, in my opinion, why are you bringing that back up? Because now it's about to open up a whole other can of worms to put people more into personal issues with someone else, with someone you work with. So that part is about to get more into the personal part of what is taking place.
She overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up.
Ooh.
All right. Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up.
Now, see, you tell me to shut up and word, baby, wouldn't have been nice. Okay, so that in itself, that's unprofessional. She telling off on herself.
Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that, and I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not gonna keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo.
Hi, Kay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again, I'm like, all right, so she's going to be the 4th host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush, y'all. So look, she started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's her segment. Take me off that shit. Y'all give her that shit. Take me off that shit. This is her segment now. This is no longer Jess with the mess.
Okay, so she's telling them now, take her off of the segment and give it to her. See, in your feelings, you're giving away your position. Okay. Okay. Because, baby, no, I would have said, look, I probably would have fought a little harder for that. Look at here. Okay, what are we doing? Well, how is this working? Give me some clarification on what is going on. But you saying, look, take me off. Girl, you giving your position away. All right, Southern B said, Jess, she's not your kid. Hello? Because I don't know how that would have gone. Someone would have told me to shut up or be quiet. No, that's not how you handle stuff in a professional setting, okay? You can't just tell people to shut up like that. I don't know who she been working with. I don't know who she been working with. But, baby, that's not the way to do it. Just hilarious is not hilarious at all. Right. Okay, and that's just my opinion and yours too. Like, okay. She's giving ignorant. Okay. Just hush and get off the net. Cut it out, girl. That's why you're getting fired. Ooh, y'all ain't giving her no grace. Yes, girl, giving it away. Like, it's no way I would have said, Now y'all let her have no. If that's your segment, so now you can't cry about your segment being gone. Okay. Right. Hello, dreamy girl. Sometimes we let our emotions get the best of us. So you can't say anything if you gave it up. You are on here and see, y'all know, see, this is why I said she talked too much. Do you know if there's ever a case, okay, or where this has to progress to that level, this here can be used against her. Okay, I'm just saying, people will pull interviews, things you've said on social media, and all of that. That's why you need to be quiet sometimes. This can be used against her if they do decide to let her go or change up the segment. Girl, you just told everybody, okay, that I said y'all can let her have it. Oh, okay, well, that's what they doing. Okay, she said, oh, no, don't shut up me, disrespectful. Right. Jess should go and have several seats. Okay. I'm just saying, girl, you are over talking. She talking too much.
You know, got dark fast as a mother.
Sorry, y'all. Commercial.
Okay.
Shout out to lovely Pete.
So I said, take me off that shit. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her.
Right, dreamy girl.
To fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Uh-oh. So now you done said, okay, you are now making the company and calling them niggas, okay, is not helping the situation. You are saying, I don't like how these niggas up here handling this. Who you talking about? Your co-host, because they sure ain't gonna like it. Or the company itself, the producers. Okay, girl, that is a no-no too, especially on a social media platform for the public.
Now, it's her segment. I went to
Shout out to Shailene for being a member for 1 month. She said Jess being messy. She's big mad, period. Okay. Let's see. Jess didn't pick anyone. Okay, let me see. Jess didn't pick anyone. Her boss did. Uh-oh. Okay, is Shelly Shells? You did it? Okay, because I'm on StreamYard. I would have to go into. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Life said she's proven that she's not a good fit for them, not a good look. I'm telling you, she is over talking. Okay, she's over talking. Yeah, Shailene, they hit you by mistake. I think we have your back. Okay. Yeah, she's over talking and making it worse. Okay, there she is. Okay. I'm like, girl, now you talking about the business?
The person who does the intros, the sounds and shit. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Loren her intro. Take Jess with the mess all that shit.
Wow.
She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity doo dah day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take my name out that shit. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm just hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Lauren Lorosa is doing the shit. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered unless shit never bothered me. Man, what? You try coming back to work. You try to come and you try.
Well, my thing also, she needs to stay out those comments, okay? Because she letting those comments really get to her. Because she even paying attention to Lauren's people's comments. Like, girl, you got a new baby and stuff like that. Girl, like, I don't know. Okay, you doing too much. Get out those comments because you will get your feelings hurt. As a celebrity, I'm pretty sure there are things that are said. That people are being mean, going to be critical. So your feelings will get hurt if you pay attention to those comments. And it seems like she had a lot of comments against her. Maybe people were favoring Loren. And then when Jess came back, they didn't want her back. Um, that could have also been a reason. Maybe she's having postpartum. Hey, Southern Beat, that could also be something too when you're in your feelings and emotions. Okay. Because she's just coming back from her maternity leave and you see this girl and you all of emotions all over the place. That's something hey, that I never thought about that too. Good point. That girl, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. That girl has more of an intellectual ability to reach the audience. Just have a seat. B Dot said have a seat. When Jess is going off, it's not making it any better. Right, exactly. Hi, Southern Belle. Welcome. Thank you for joining. It's not Brittany. She's giving them a reason to let her go. Unfortunately, I do feel her pain, though. Right, I will say that I do feel her pain as well. When it comes to that, but she is giving them a lot of reasons. Like you cannot. This is a huge no-no, especially when you are disparaging. I know even as educators, we have to sign in our contract that we won't even go to the public like news stations and things like that, talking to them while we're under contract. Like certain things you can't do with social media when it comes in reference to your company. So it might be something in her contract that she's not supposed to be on here, uh, and so forth. And I was like, okay.
Try to come back to work and the motherfucker is right there at your desk. And ain't nobody telling you shit, mind you.
Hi, Captain.
Nobody
Good
telling you
morning.
nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. Like I'm the villain. Cause I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of the shit. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing. Oh, no. I'm not gonna compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be for. If this was presented to me, prior to hire, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So what we bringing in the fourth person? Shit, that's what's up. Cool. It's only time for that segment. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show and shit like that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That went.
Okay, so that's the gist of what started all of this, right? So, y'all, after that, a lot of people, started talking and kind of coming out with their thoughts about it. And one of the people who spoke up, which, sometimes I even question how I feel about this guy, is Corey Holcomb. Now, it had, excuse me, it had already been some tension there between the two because Jess must have said something about him in the past. And he definitely looked at this as an opportunity to get his lick back. Okay. Angela Yee probably loved, girl. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure she is. Because somebody said, how was Jess? Well, how was she the replacement? What was the process, baby? And then Loren, what's her name? Let me go back. Well, I'll have to go back to that. But baby, she said, she said, how was she the replacement? Oh, Claudia Jordan said that she auditioned for this position as well. And she said that allegedly Jess wanted to advertise her comedy show during Claudia's audition. I was like, no, wait a minute. Baby, Jess was trying to get herself out there. But Claudia, I don't know why they didn't go with Claudia Jordan, but they chose Jess Hilarious even over Claudia Jordan at that time. Shelly said, I definitely would feel some type of way too. That's a business. Right. And not to say that Jess's feelings are not valid. I think it's about how you handle some things. Okay. Especially when you're in a capacity of that sort, a very popular radio station, celebrities, how you handling even their business. Okay. Putting their business out. Like some stuff should be confidential. You can't just go running your mouth about all of this different stuff. Okay. When you're on a public platform of that sort. Now, y'all, today also I have a goal. If you would like to help me reach my goal, you're welcome to send any amount of super stickers, I think it counts to super chats towards the goal. Also, Dreamy Girl and Shelly Shells are putting other ways in the chat of how you may also support the channel and be a sponsor for today's show. Southern Belle said, I love Claudia Jordan. Yes, I like her too. Sometimes she can come across as harsh as well, but I do like her too. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this Corey Holcomb's opinion of what is transpiring. Now, I must say, I do agree with him on some parts of what he says.
Good. Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
She got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah. Oh. She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Loren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlemagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out, and then Les Hilarious ain't even reading right. I'm like, and now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment.
Yeah.
On the Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Les Hilarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for, Les Hilarious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
So stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who is talented. And you could say I'm dissing because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it.
Welcome.
Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it right. But now they got somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend.
Uh-oh.
So I want to say to old girl Loren.
Shout out to Shelly Shells for the first super chat of the day. I appreciate it, sis, and thank you for being a sponsor for today's show. Thank you, sis. Southern Me said, I can't stand Corey, but that is funny. Hello, because, girl, when he was doing, what was that guy's name? He was doing an interview on there. Now, I like him in some of his comedy. I'm not going to lie. But he did it with, what's the former Cam Newton? When he was on that interview with Cam, Corey made me mad. Okay, I did not like some of the comments and things that he was saying on there, but I can say right here, I agree with a lot of what Corey is saying. Okay, I agree with a lot of it. Jasmine said, I need more info on this because I stopped watching The Breakfast Club. Yes, Jasmine, that's what we're going through because I really had to be honest. I think I kind of clicked on them when Wendy was on there. That gave them a little, I don't just watch them like that. But yes, so far, just a quick recap, Jasmine. Loren Lorosa was taken, she was like a replacement while Jess was out on maternity leave. But when she came back from her maternity leave, Loren was still there. Okay, so she was wondering, well, what's up with that? Why is she here? Why are you still here, Loren? Why are you still here? Okay, so it turned into some mess. Jess went live talking about her feelings about all of this, and it's turned into a whole drama right before our eyes. Okay. Yes, please let everyone know we are live. Okay. Shout out to Carmen. Good morning, sis. Welcome. And thank you for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being a sponsor for today's show. Thank you so much. Yeah, right. Did he say less hilarious? He did, Felicia. Okay. Yeah, after those allegations about Charlamagne, I let them go. Yeah, I really wasn't, I knew of them, but I just would see it on YouTube. I just didn't tap in and listen to them like that. Yes.
And I hope that you get the job, and I hope less hilarious has to open up an OnlyFans with that bionic ass body that she bought through robbing the people, perpetrating talent. Cause I want to see you doing bad. Cause I ain't gonna even lie.
I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people is and the Breakfast Club people and yes it is.
Struggling with complicated content and editing software? I was too. Riverside really simplified.
Listen, everything that's being said is what I said years and years ago.
Yes, Southern Me, I like that part.
I just hope that Charlamagne and them don't get accused of something. Because you remember when Angela Yee left, she said she was being harassed up there and shit like that. She didn't leave. You know, when I'm gonna keep it real. When these women be leaving, they leave with a fury.
Of course they do.
The court hustle.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I hope them brothers ain't got no drama like that coming their way. If they get rid of her, they might still keep her if she
has a contract.
But the way she talking now,
yeah, but
they can.
She talking greasy now. All I'm saying is this: I can't.
And you know what? He is right about that. Is it going to come to that where they end up in court or something like that? Because of this situation. However, I just think some of this is going to work against Jess. Some of her own comments are going to work against her. But I mean, they're definitely going to have to fix this some way because it's out here now. Okay. And maybe that was one of her motives to get it out in the public where they're forced to make a decision and fix it. Yes, we are definitely praying for Carmen. Thank you so much for joining. And I just pray that you have a great day. You too. I sure will. Thank you so much, Carmen.
I would be less than the man I am if I really rubbed it in. But I remember one time when her and mild ass Donnell Rawlins was talking shit about me, and she said, "What he got? Oh, he got that 5150 show. That's all he got." Yeah, yeah. But
Right.
what you got now? I'm my own boss. I live my life according to Corey, and I'm actually happy with it. It's things out here that I wish I was doing, but I'm not walking around talking about, man, I missed out on so much. Homie, I'm right there in the mix. It be mainly bitches talking about what Corey ain't got.
Right.
Men, we respect hustle. You know what I'm saying? And my piss money. You get what I'm saying?
Straight up, yeah.
But a bitch would be like, he got a Ford Fusion. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you know, I'm my own man and I feel good. Ain't no motherfucker to show up at the 5150 show in my seat and I don't know what's going on. And Darlene then be like, oh, he a producer.
Yeah.
This is my world. Learn how to get in your world. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to get all that money. I bet you didn't buy nothing to help your hair grow. You bought a lot of stuff to hide your hair. He was opening for me. Them OGs be opening for me now.
Yeah, that sounds.
I ain't never seen a show where you wasn't the first comic. I ain't never seen a show where you wasn't the first. When there's a whole bunch of comics on the show, you always first. And the reason you first, they try to get the bullshit out the way. Even though you world renowned, right? You went up Shaq house telling all his business.
Oh my God, that's right. I was going to talk.
Am I right though?
Oh my God, that was horrible. I was going to talk about that last
Shaq business?
She was up Shaq house and talking about what the Shaq got going on in his house. All I know is Shaq helping people, but then Les and Larry's go to his house and talk about the shit in his house.
Yeah, that ain't got shit to do with you, bitch. Eat the food and chill out.
Eat the food and leave. That's what you there for if you don't know. Shaq a nice guy. Shaq probably be like, hey, you want to watch TV? That shit, bitch. Now Shaq ain't got to say nothing. If you go to Shaq house now, if the Breakfast Club over for you, you got to fuck.
Let's talk.
Wait a minute. Y'all, he's speaking facts on that. I told y'all that was not going to work out too good. Okay? You done told that man's business. Okay? Oh my God. Yes, he did go in live. I'm like, wow. He said she didn't use none of that money to grow no edges. What? Or no hair? What in the world? Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah. So that was Corey's take on, you know, what just recently happened. Okay. Now, y'all, after that, she had to go back to the Breakfast Club after that whole rant. And I can only imagine the tension that was there when she had to go back to work. Okay? She had to go back to work after having a whole connection online. Okay? And we're going to listen to that part. Let's see. I was like, dang. Okay. We're going to listen to what happened when she went back on air. Let's see. Oh, Jasmine, she has said, oh, so Shelly was telling you, yeah, she went to his house And she went on live and she was saying, well, she was on, on the air. And she said that, yes, Shaq had these 4 white women in his home and talking about how big his bed was. And they were trying to get her to be quiet in their own way. They were like, no, Shaq, did he know that you were going to tell all of this? She was like, no. But she still told it. Like, you can't tell people's business like they've invited you to their home. You cannot be out here telling their business, okay? Some stuff needs to be confidential. I mean, told everything. Okay, yeah, it wasn't necessarily bad, but it's some stuff that took place in his home. Women massaging him and stuff like that. He may not have wanted everyone to know his business like that, So yeah, that was an issue too. And I even said, I was like, I don't think this is gonna turn out well for her because even of that situation, okay. Before we go into how things turned out when she arrived back to the station after going off like that, I'm going to go into a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. In the midst of going through various trials and tribulations, I sometimes wondered, was God really there? He was not only there, but he was weaving together my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and making it work for my good. He is the common thread. My book, The Common Thread, Testimonies to Increase Your Faith and Bring Encouragement, is now available on Amazon.com, the ebook and the paperback version. The link to quickly get to Amazon is posted in the chat. I hope that you will be encouraged by my book and that you too will receive encouragement, inspiration, and most of all, know that God is the common thread in your life. Be blessed. All right. So if you're interested in purchasing my book, The Common Thread, it is available on Amazon. The link is in the description field of this video. Also, the QR code is on the screen. Thank you to all of you that have been a support thus far. And look at Southern Beat. Girl, don't rush me. Okay. She talking about play the clip. I was took up. Okay, God is still in control. Yes. Okay, definitely prayers for both of you. God will continue to heal both of you. All right, let me pull up the clip before Southern B comes after me.
And then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Shout
No,
out.
act like that's not for real. Act like nobody knew that. Stop acting like y'all like
What
we
part?
really.
What you mean we don't have your back?
have
Break
more-
that down. Explain how we don't have your back.
Okay, all right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online ish, that's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Loren. Nah, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan. Even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me. Right, I come back, she ain't never leave. Then all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Till she
Reading
started,
right.
till she started
So,
reporting.
hold on.
I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
But
feel
who
you.
said that though? Because the internet said
What
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yes, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's kind of, it's like, what's going on? If she's going to be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice
correct me if
on
I'm
my
wrong.
segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Loren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought
Yeah,
you was.
you
I
lying.
thought,
Yeah, she
am I
on
lying?
air. She was on air.
They told her don't step in this room.
yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Loren on purpose?
Yes.
No. What are we talking about? No. She didn't leave when I came back. The first day we had a whole situation like, all right, look, this was going to happen.
I just feel like that conversation should have been had then. Like, I would have asked them, okay, y'all, what is the expectation right now? Because I see, Loren, you're still here. Are we doing something different? Like, why are we this far down the road and all of this is coming out? That part, like, I think that's why it's bringing some confusion to them as well, because she's still there. So she's just wondering, and I'm just curious to know how many conversations have been had about this.
Happened, and when it's time for us to roll, it changed. No, the first question was about, only person who asked me about my baby maternity leave was Envy. All right, I walked in. She addressed the hate in the comments. That was the first thing she addressed when I came back. I'm like, what the hell would make her want to think I want to talk about that?
Y'all talk off air though, right?
So yeah. We started talking off air. We started to.
But I'm
talk
saying even
off
prior
air.
to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Loren in the show. All right, cool.
But
if there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's
here
do
too,
it
though.
Another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Jess with the Mess to the Loren.
That was eventually,
Okay.
even when it came down to it still being called Jess with the Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. It's no Jess with the Mess. Just make it Brown Girl Grinding or Loren with the latest or Loren's Legal Corner. I'm giving ideas. I'm like, yo. I even with the Taylor, change that. Take that Just with the Mess off of there. I feel like I'm getting credit for something I'm not doing, and it's stupid because this is not what she does. Is not Just with the Mess. I read headlines and I give commentary. I say what people thinking.
I agree. Could I ask
you know
a question?
What I'm saying? Yes, she's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
why you joke so much, man?
What you mean?
I'm just
and it's not a do-rag. It's a silk scarf, nigga. But it's not. It's not a joke. I'm serious.
If you gonna bring it to the radio, I want to laugh.
It's not a joke,
okay?
but it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue.
Okay, let me just sit back and watch it because I'm not Joe Clark.
Because it's not.
I am actually. Give me my baseball.
No, it's now Envy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
you're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
But what do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night.
But that to me, y'all, because I know some people were saying that they were gaslighting. To me, that's wisdom. Okay, on that part. Like, you cannot watch those comments like that and get out of character and do what she did. It was not professional, and it can be used against her. That is wisdom right there. And to be honest, I do think that something has to be said that caught her attention because we're having this discussion right now. Okay. That happened when she first got back. Let's see, Southern, I know you all are because I'm still standing at home. I know that's right, and not in a hospital. Hello. God is still good and still a healer. Okay. Because they always got to do a setup or something malicious to remove or get someone out of the way. They never treat business as business. Yeah, now that too, I agree with that. Yes. Jess, is not your show to direct. Please have a seat. Be not silly. Please have a seat. Read the room. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes you just got to read the room. Okay. It is not your show to direct. Please have a seat. That's true. She's going to have to talk to the boss. Okay. What they want is what's going to go. Like, seriously. Okay, we love you too, Carmen. Thank you so much. God bless you, sis. Yeah, she's got to read the room. Okay, and so I feel like what Charlamagne said is wisdom in that particular aspect. Now we do have to eventually get to a solution, but yes, that was some wisdom in what he said.
What I wanted to do, what I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess. And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other, especially two women. And I don't dwell in that. And y'all know that.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Loren in the room, this is your show. We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It's not about wanting her in a room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all
have that conversation
y'all wanted
off
her.
air. If you had a problem, say it to us. We had a meeting
conversations
yesterday.
Off air. What
not
is we
like
talking
that.
about?
Not like nobody having my back, because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worried about it's not even about
you. Worried about comments, and you worried about what people say. After
I'm worried about the
comments,
perception.
man.
So they did have a conversation already. So where is this coming from? Obviously, it's about some type of because I would be confused too. If they already had a conversation about the segment, they've asked her opinion. What is her issue then right now? Because I'm with him on that. Girl, what are we talking about? Like, we could have continued this conversation and fixed it more. And if they asked her opinion, why are we having it right now? If anyone could tell me that, because it does seem like she's just going off of some why is Loren in there replacing, probably listening to somebody, or I don't know what got into her mind right now. And even Southern B brought up a good point. She still is she possibly experiencing some, when you have a new baby, sometimes you can have some postpartum, your emotions all over the place. So I'm not saying that is the case. We just bringing up some things that could contribute to some of this. I don't know. Because it seems like they offered to have the conversation. So what happened? Why is it not fixed? Or why is she not happy about it? That part.
My reputation to be on the show.
They've been issuing on me for 15 years. They've been issuing on Charlamagne for 15 years.
But that's on you. And the things that people issue on me for is on me.
I don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments.
Oh, come on.
I know who I am. I know what I do. You let them people get in the comments and F with you. You're great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like, you are dope.
She's very
you
dope.
let them people piss you off. No, F them niggas. You nice. Like, what you do is funny.
I tell her that all the time.
You brought that energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club. Yeah. And you let a bitch ass person in the comments say something to steer you up. I tell you, F them niggas.
We don't even know who these people are.
They could be bots and all that. But, and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like, I F with you the long way, not on some internet-ish.
And he's speaking facts, baby. Sometimes you can get some troll pages in comments trying to keep up mess, trying to get at you. You got to be careful and believe in everything in these comments. Stay out the comment section, especially if you are an influencer, if you are a celebrity. Everyone's not going to like you. And that's with anybody. Everyone's not going to like you. Everyone's not going to agree with you. You have to be prepared. Stand in your square. Don't get knocked out of your own position because you're all over the place. If this other young lady is there and it's causing some type of intimidation, or I don't know what it's causing, have the conversation. How can we fix it? What is the solution? What is her role? What is my role? And that's usually what I'll ask. Okay, if I'm a little confused on what's happening, I just want some clarification. Go to the boss. I need a little clarification on what is my role in this. What would you like to see from me in this position right now? Okay, because that would only be fair to her and Loren. Okay, both of them need to know what is the role, because this part here going to work with all of this tension, it would not be for me. Okay, and you're not going to sit here and have some type of or make it a hostile environment for me because you in your feelings also. Okay, so we need to get it together because I operate in peace and this does not feel peaceful. Okay, so let's get it together.
And to hear that through there, this
sounds very light skinned. Well, let's go to the phones. 1-800-585-1051. Let's open the phone lines. Everybody woosah.
I'm going to get a sparkling water.
I got my candles lit. I got my candles lit. If you need me to light sage, I'll light sage. Jess want to fight. NBB and Beige Rage. It's the Breakfast Club.
Because this is East Side High, West Side, whatever high we gonna be, we here and we together, so we got to figure this out. And it's not, everything's not a joke. And I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what, Jess? Like,
what part did you think was crazy?
What part? Because like, Loren, it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me.
Okay, so what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah,
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right?
But I didn't. None of that was said. You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of us.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room, or Eddie, to have
I never ever heard that.
Now, Jess, oh my gosh, girl, come on now. Okay, now girl. Okay, now maybe she still got pregnancy brain. But girl, we're trying to make this girl look a certain type of way. And now when she's getting on here clarifying some stuff, I'm like, now see how stuff can get? That's why you got to listen to both sides. Okay, some people will run with something and you ain't even heard what the other person, what their side was. Okay, now you forget the girl, y'all didn't have this conversation. Now, girl, come on now. We trying to root for you, but this is not looking
because
you've pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen, I have said, hush, shut up. Like, yo, you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing that. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown-ass woman.
And I understand. You could have said that on air right then and there. But right after when you say you put me in office, you never put me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And did I not? Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm going to handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation, because we grown. And regardless, you don't got to love me. You don't got to like me, but we here together. I'm here.
And listen,
baby, okay. Loren said what you're not about to do. Okay. And I do agree with Dreamy Girl. Like, I think she feels a little threatened. It's just our opinions. Okay. But she doesn't have to be. That's what we got to quit comparing ourselves to each other. Loren is very well spoken, baby, and I think she has matched her energy too. She's not a pushover, so she thought that she was gonna shut her up, little girl. Where hello, she like, baby, you need to get it right. Okay, let's not go there. And she probably let her get away with it a time or two of telling her to be quiet. It's a way that you got to do things. If you have some talkers in a room, and hey, they're on the radio, they're probably both talkers, want their opinion out there. Baby, how can we handle that? What is a solution? So what we had to do one time, even when I would facilitate our POC meetings, okay, we had some people some teachers love to take over. Baby, they just running their mouths. Now look, we're going to have some talking chips here. Okay, baby, put a chip in the middle of the table when it's your turn to talk. When you run out of chips, that's it. Okay, so you better think wisely. And everybody in here got to use them. Okay, so the ones who are always buckling down, being quiet, you are now forced to talk. Let them speak up. Some people can't even speak up because y'all talking too much. Okay, like both of them are probably headstrong, love to talk. Jess used to it just being her mouth. Well, now you got another voice. Girl, you're going to have to deal with it. Okay? If the girl is stronger in an area that you're not, okay, what are you strong in? You got to stand in who you are. Don't worry about what these people in these comments are talking about. Don't get intimidated by somebody else. Don't give up your spot because you are feeling some type of way right now. Okay, girl, you earned that position. You better show them that it's worth it. Or to me, you about to be out the door. Okay. Girl, it's not looking good. Okay, you think she a younger version of Monique? Okay, hey, you want to watch TV? Girl, Loren is more professional. I think so too. What is a POC? Is it people of color? When you're upset, you lose the ability to hear and listen. Yes, Kathleen, I totally agree. Okay, I'm telling y'all. Hey, Sheree TV, welcome. Even before Loren came on, people were already talking bad about Jess. But now when Loren is there to speak her piece, it's a problem. It should have been handled privately. I totally agree. Okay, I totally agree. This could have been handled behind the scenes. And some people are saying they're doing this for clicks and views. I hope not. Okay, what is it? Dreamy girl, help me out, girl. What is? I need to know context. Well, what is POC? Oh, PLC. I didn't know what y'all were talking about. Professional learning community. I know somebody else had a conversation in the chat that y'all were trying to figure out what's a POC. Y'all silly. Okay, they most definitely tried to tell her to stop talking. Right. Okay, girl, get out your feelings and keep your job. Girl, you got kids. Okay, good morning, Latte. Welcome. Girl, you got kids. Anytime I want to pop off and let Keisha number 2 out. Okay, I'm like, hold up. I do have some kids at the house. Sometimes you gotta chalk stuff up. You better get on air smiling, happy, funny, and go home. You don't have to be friends with nobody. Girl, go there and earn your money. Stay out those comments and do what you came to do. Okay, I was like, I don't know. You the one that said it. Oh, girl, I didn't know what y'all were talking about. No, I said PLC. I'm sorry. I'm up here using acronyms. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. All I saw was POC, where the only time I'm saying POC is people of color. I'm like, why are we talking about that? You see how stuff can get mixed up. I had to get context. Okay, what are y'all talking about? Because I didn't say anything about POC. Okay, PLC. Let's say said they know us people like chaos, so I can believe it. Okay. But Loren does speak professionally. Shoot, half of the time I can't pronounce words, but I don't have to bash shit out on the internet if I got an issue with someone. Exactly. I enjoy spending time with everyone this morning. It's time for me to start my day. Thank you so much, Beta. We love you, sis. I appreciate you being here today. And I hope you have a blessed day. Hey, Cherry, good morning. Thank you for joining.
Like I said earlier, the internet loves mess.
Yes, you are here.
And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit women against each other.
And you're here because of an opportunity that I extended.
Regardless
like
of
that's no.
Wait a second. Wait. Y'all hear that little shade she done threw up in there? Now, see, that's not gonna go too well either. Okay. Yes, you did. Suggest her, but now here you are in the midst of this little disagreement. Yeah, in a position that I did see. Now it's gonna be like, baby, you only here because of me. It's gonna get to that point too. Okay, she did recommend her, but the girl can stand on her own. Once she got there, baby, they saw that she was probably more talented than you. Oops, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. Okay, don't go there, Jess. I'm telling you, girl, stay away from that little part.
I'm not sitting here like
You don't deserve to be here. I'm not sitting here like you're not here. You're not going anywhere. That's not. That's first and foremost. Let's get that. It may be my delivery or whatever. But yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here. I said from the whole jump, yeah, Shorty do the job. Great. She's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment.
I
I
think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet has created a narrative, Loren versus Jess versus Loren.
No, but
that's what it is.
And that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. We see it. None of us can ignore it. I saw that Corey thing a week ago. It didn't say nothing about it.
Y'all clear up everything else. Nobody want to clear up that I'm not doing that. I don't like you, or I'm hating on a.
They say I'm gay. I came up here and said I don't suck no pee.
That's true. That's different now. Come on.
Well, I just want to say, Jess, what you feeling, we feel it together. And when the other thing happened that I called you about, I said that to you. And I responded to that on Twitter. I didn't send it to you. I didn't feel like I had to, but I did. But I called you about it.
The comments. Stop listening to the comments.
Let me talk.
In real life, we love everybody. Y'all love each other. This can work.
It will work. It will work. But sometimes this might have to happen, and it's happening with love. Because when I saw Jess crying, I came in here because I care about. You have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You my talent. We gonna be straight.
Honey.
Oh my God.
All right.
Wow. Ooh. So it could be, and she is probably younger than her, Sheree TV. She might be a little younger also. But it could be just, hey, post. I don't know, because this goes deeper. I really think it goes deeper. I don't want it to be some type of thank you, Southern Belle, for the super sticker. I appreciate it, sis, and thank you for being a sponsor for today's show. I do feel that it's so much more going on there. Okay, I know the men wanted to just be like, hush, okay, let's get through this. But these ladies are going to have to talk this out, and there has to be some type of common understanding that takes place, or it will continue to be a hostile environment, and that's not good. Okay. Hold up. So Loren is around the same age as me. Dang, no wonder why she's classy and speak professionally. Okay. I'm telling you. Yeah, and she's probably a little intimidated by that. And y'all, come to think of it, I think even on Wild and Out, Jess Hilarious was not on there some seasons. And there was some other comics that were added. Okay? I just really feel that she may have to find her foot in what her gifting is. I don't think she's funny at all, y'all. That's just my opinion. So it could be other things, that she can do. Other giftings that she has that maybe we don't know about. We shouldn't know any of this back end stuff. The bosses need to be more professional, right? The boss is gonna shut this down because it's gonna give the Breakfast Club a bad look eventually. Okay, so I don't know what's about to happen. Hopefully, after that situation, they had a meeting where they can fix this and get more on top of it because it's not looking good. Okay, we're gonna see where that's gonna go. I did want to read some of the comments. I did a poll, and if you still want to vote, it's on my community wall, but I wanted to read some of the comments. Shout out to Sweet Ma for Life. And let me see if I can share this. So y'all, because I'm a visual learner and visual person, and I wanted to go through some of the comments that were shared. Yeah, call the mediation team. Okay, I'm telling you. Let's see. Where are the comments? Okay, here it is. Okay. Shout out to Sweet Ma for Life that said, I was one of the people who preferred Loren, but now that Jess is back, I kind of changed my mind. The 4 is actually working as far as who I think is right. I got to go with Jess. Much respect to her for just being true to who she is, no matter how people feel. Imagine being replaced with someone you asked to hold your seat. You asked to hold your seat. It happened to me when I used to work for Revolt. After I had Amir and came back to work, my job was given to the person who sat in for me. That was beyond painful. And so Sweet Mom went through something similar, and it was during her, a time when she was having her baby. So yes, she can relate to that. Thank you, Sweet Mom, for that comment. Also, Dreamy Girl, one of my mods in the building, she said that this happened to me on a job. A lady went out on leave. They gave me her assignment that she disliked, by the way. When the lady came back, they told me to keep her assignment. That's a shame. A week later, they got rid of her. I'm not sure why they bringing this to social media. It seems unprofessional and staged for views. And thank you, Dreamy Girl, for sharing that. So Dreamy Girl also went through something similar, but she was in the Loren position. Okay, for a position, an assignment she didn't really care for. Okay. But look at how they got rid of that lady. Y'all, sometimes that is a setup. They're trying to do that little transition period. And then Life of Merlin said, I'm team Jess. She handpicked her to fill in, and she's a producer, not a talent. So why is she still there when Jess is back? Also, why did they let her do Jess the mess while Jess is sitting right there? Plus, Jess built that segment with her own platform. They are all gaslighting her and didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that. Jess approached it the wrong way, but I believe it's more so the fact that she wasn't being heard and again gaslit by all three and possibly others there. I'm with Jess. Okay. So shout out to Life of Merlin. Thank you also for sharing your thoughts. Let's see. Thank you, Shailene, for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's show. Thank you so much. Kathleen, yes, I believe so. We should be here. So, yes, definitely. Y'all come back for that. And people are still saying Loren is a perfect fit. Girl, okay, that's the part two, okay? I don't think they're going to get rid of Loren. Okay, so Jess thinks that's going to happen. I don't think so. I think that they're going to find a way to keep her, whether it's in the capacity of being a producer or as the next co-host. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in, locked into this, and we're gonna follow it to see where it goes after this. But that is all that I had on today. I wanted to give a shout out to Shelly Shells for becoming a member. Thank you so much, sis. Also, Shailene, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Also, our sponsors for today, shout out to Shelly Shells, Carmen, Southern Belle, and Shailene for being sponsors for today's show. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Same to you, Shelly Shells. Felicia said, okay, good people. I enjoyed it. Time to focus on work. Have a great day. You too, Felicia. I appreciate you being here. Dreamy Girl said, just got out of a meeting. We done. Girl, yeah. Look, she said, I just got out my meeting. And we read your comment too that you posted. Girl, but y'all, I don't think this is going to be it. I think that there is still more to come. They're probably going to keep us in the loop on some of this, or if not, Jess with her mouth is going to come out and give us some more information. Okay, you too, Dreamy Girl. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you all. Oh, Lord. Y'all, I told y'all as soon as I say my closing, they hear me. Okay, we have Michael Man that has a quick little message to say before I hit the close button.
Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe to Mommy's channel. And don't forget to look at my book to Walmart, and it's coming soon.
Yay! Michael Mann said his book is coming soon. Y'all pray for us that we can get this written. Okay. I love you all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Bye.